Hi guys, I gave birth, but some things happened that I did not expect, and I'm gonna tell you guys my birth story. So my baby was in a lot of stress. Then the doctor came in and he decided, let's break the water, themselves, they're gonna break the water. They did that, and after they did that, yeah, the heart rate wouldn't go down. All of a sudden, the doctor, the nurse, they come in a few moments later and they say, look, we know you didn't want a C-section, but you have to have an emergency C-section, or, you know, either one of you is not gonna make it. And I literally, from that moment, started bawling my eyes out. Like, I don't think I've ever cried this much. Like, I started bawling my eyes out because I did not want to have a C-section. I was super scared to have a surgery like that. I was already in labor for 36 hours, okay? So I was already doing everything with the induction and everything. My doctor promised me that I wouldn't have a C-section, so I really thought oh my god, this is gonna be great. He literally, it was so bad. I started crying. Sabina was like, what do we do, whatever. And I was like, okay, so what's gonna happen? I called the doctor back in. I said, okay, let's go then for an emergency C-section because I don't want anything to happen to my baby. I don't want anything to happen to me. Right before I go in for the C-section, the doctor tells me look, I know you're very young, but do you have a will? And I was like, what the fuck? Right now, what, am I about to die? What is happening here, okay? And he's like, yeah, we have to ask these questions, you know. And I think it was also because my body was so weak at this point, because you have to imagine all the food, I haven't eaten for the past 36 hours. I mean, anything I ate, I threw up because of the epidural. So my body is so weak, it's shaking. And then obviously if they see me in a state like that, they're not thinking, there's a chance that I might not make it back out alive. And when he said that, I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like, well, there's another questions we have to ask you, and these are not nice, but we need to ask you. And they were got another IV to administer blood, and they said, do you accept blood if we needed to save your life? I said, yeah, okay, I will accept that. But then they said the risk with that is that some people might have a blood disease or HIV, and when we administer that to you, do you accept that that might be the case? And I was like, what the hell is going on here? I need a whale, I might get HIV. And then he's like, we need to save your life or save your uterus. Are you okay with us saving your life? I was like, bro, I'm scared to go into this room right now. What the hell is going on? So then, obviously I said yeah, save my life. All these things were asked, and then my only thing I was thinking about is I need to tell Sabina how she can get into my bank details, because I thought I might, I'm gonna die. I was prepared to die, and I was I need to tell her my bank details and how she can get access to my money, because she's gonna need to take care of my child and of my family. Oof, I'm gonna cry even thinking about it. Don't cry. I was very weak at that point, and I was so dissociating completely. I was what is going on? I don't know. So then all of a sudden, yeah, I remember they cut, and all of a sudden I hear wah, 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 and I hear the baby is out, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the doctors go do you want to see the baby? Because there was a curtain here, right, in front, and I was laying here. And I was yeah, I want to see my baby. And they pull the curtain down. They are holding a baby filled with blood, okay? I still cannot get that image out of my head. I'm like, what the hell was that? There was no need for that, okay? You didn't need to show me like that. It was like a Black Mirror episode.